successful if you please. Yes, indeed, tomorrow is a politician's today. Is the victim of decisions and the future of our children. So when I die someday, will I be in heavenly places singing hallelujah with an angel on the piano, or will I be just another contribution to the earth, the trees, the grasses, as tomorrow slowly passes? No one knows, 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 no one knows. So when I die someday.
Well, it's a beautiful Saturday morning right here from the stables of Emirate Radio 98.5 FM, and this is the Education Digest. I beg your pardon. This is Education Digest, where we talk about books, the reading room. We teach you how to pronounce and spell words correctly. Well, my name is Treasure Ajayi, your favorite silent moving bee, as well as your favorite radio host. And well, as I said earlier, this is Education Digest, live right here on Emirate Radio 98.5 FM. And today on Education Digest, we have a lot of things in store for you today. So why not just grab a seat and sit down and listen to what we've got for you today. Of course, you can also call in later on in the program, where we have a spelling bee competition for our listeners out there, and we have amazing gifts, amazing prizes for you all. So why not just sit down, grab a seat, and be sure to have like an exciting experience. So right about now, we'll go on a very short break, and when we're back, we'll dive into the content of the program today.
And you can't be perfect, baby, 'cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, there's nobody in the world like you. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And nobody knows how you feel. 'Cause everybody's got their own damn problem. So everybody's trying to find their way, and day by day is a struggle. In this world, you have to hustle. Just know that you're not alone. You don't always have to be strong all by yourself. I said it's okay to ask for help. Now listen, people will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. People will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. You are a work of art. Bet you didn't think you'd come this far. Now here you are. Baby, you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can't be perfect, baby, 'cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, there's nobody in the world like you.
You're welcome back from that very short break. This is still Emirate Radio 98.5 FM, and this is the Education Digest. For those that are just joining us, this is the Education Digest, where we talk about books, we talk about poems, we analyze poems, and we also teach you how to pronounce words correctly. And that's what we do right here at Education Digest. Remember, a spelling bee competition would go on later in the program, and feel free to call the studio lines when the spelling bee when it starts. Well, today we will be starting with the reading room first. And the first poem, okay, we're just examining just one poem today, which is Not My Business by Niyi Oshundari. Alright, the details of the poem says they picked Akoni up one morning, beat him soft like clay, and stuffed him down the belly of a waiting jeep. What business of mine is it? So long they don't take the yam from my severing mouth. They came one night, booted the whole house awake and dragged Danladi out, then off to a lengthy absence. What business of mine is it? So long they don't take the yam from my severing mouth. Chinwe went to work one day, only to find the job was gone. No query, no warning, no probe, just one neat sack for a stainless record. What business of mine is it? So long they don't take the yam from my suffering mouth. And then one evening, as I sat down to eat my yam, a knock on the door froze my hungry hand. The jeep was waiting on my bewildered lawn, waiting in its usual silence. Well, this is a very deep one, and from looking at this poem, the obvious themes here are the themes of indifference and apathy. The poem really challenges the attitude of "it's not my problem." Well, yes, we could see that the poet was obviously not concerned. He was indifferent about whatever happened to the previous victims, not knowing that it was going to happen to him as well. The speaker watches others face injustice and chooses not to act because it doesn't affect them personally. The silence and inaction is shown as dangerous, yes, because if he had done something earlier while others were going through those predicaments, it might not have happened to him. In my own opinion, yes, it might not have happened to him. So the poem urges readers to recognize that ignoring someone else's pain can actually or eventually affect all of us. You see, it happened to Danladi, it happened to Akani, he was indifferent about it. It happened to Chinwe, yeah, he was indifferent about it. And it boils down to this saying that what goes around comes around. Yes. So another theme is the theme of injustice and oppression. Oshundare highlights how people in society can be targeted by authority or power without justification. Each stanza shows a different person detained. Yes, we have one stanza portrayed Akoni being detained, the other portrayed Danladi being detained, the other also portrayed Chinwe being detained. These images suggest arbitrary oppression by repeating the pattern. The poem shows how injustice becomes normalized if people do not resist it. When it happened to Akoni, well, it was shocking. It wasn't really, it was shocking, right? Then it happened to Danladi as well. He started getting used to it, not knowing. The day he sat down to eat his own yam, he was getting used to it. That was when it happened to him as well. So, another theme is the theme of solidarity and shared humanity. Linked to the first theme, the poem quietly proposes that our fates are connected. Even if you think a wrong doesn't concern you, someone else's struggle could become your own. That call for solidarity asks readers to value empathy over self-centeredness. As I said earlier, if the poet had done something when Akoni was detained, or when Danladi was detained, or when Chinwe was detained, something like, it might not have happened to him eventually. But he just sat down, was just watching until gradually it became his turn. Another theme is the theme of fear and silence. Well, according to what was portrayed in the poem, people in the poem often don't speak up because they are afraid of speaking out or being next. So Oshundare shows how fear paralyzes communities. That fear gives power to those who violate rights. The poem pushes readers to think about how silence helps injustice thrive. Like I said earlier as well, if the poet had done something when Akoni was detained, if he had also done something when Danladi was detained as well. It could have, I mean, there would have been a fight for injustice, and it would have helped the poet to avoid being violated as well. Then there's also the theme of moral responsibility. Another big idea is that moral responsibility shouldn't depend on convenience. So Oshundari wants us to ask ourselves how we respond to wrongs in our world. Do we wait until it affects us personally, or do we act when we see suffering and unfairness, even if it doesn't touch us directly? I think I'm throwing this question to everybody out there. How do you respond to wrongs? How do you respond to wrongs in this present world? Do you wait until it affects you personally, or you act when you see other people suffering? This is a question for our listeners out there. Remember, you can call in to join in on our conversation today by calling our studio line 070 56902827, 070 or 09031917355, 09031917355. You can as well send a message to us on WhatsApp via this number 091 34158376, 091 34158376. Please feel free to call in today. So right about now, we're going on a very short musical break, and when we're back, we'll dive into the next segment of the program.
And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep, say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. I still believe, yeah, I still believe. And all of those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream, I'm loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned up. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me.
Alright, you're welcome back, and you're tuned in to Emirate Radio 98.5 FM this Saturday morning, and you're still on the program Education Digest. So far, the Silence B has taken us through the reading room, and we've
Yeah, I'm blushing.
learned about a poem today titled
Not my business.
Not My Business.
Yeah.
Right about now, we're diving into the pronunciation segment with T. And definitely, I am the T you're onto, the Just Pronunciation segment with T. Today,
Yeah, see, you're looking radiant today. I was shipping that before you go into business.
Thank you. You're not bad either.
Oh my god, I'm blushing.
Okay, moving on. Like I said, we're on to the pronunciation segment. And today, we're doing something regular, but not regular. On the Just Pronunciation segment today, we are going with the silent B.
I feel like you're talking about
B.
me.
Yeah. The silent B. Do not forget that you can definitely send us a message on WhatsApp. You can send a voice note on how you want or how you are pronouncing the word, and definitely the new words you've learned and the right pronunciation on our WhatsApp at 0913 415 8376, 0913 415 8376. 87776.
I feel like I should also chip in. If you want to participate in our spelling bee competition today, as well as our trivia, please feel free to call in by our studio lines. When you call, you tell us you have to pick a number between 1 to 20. Pick a number and then we'll give you the a word to actually spell. So feel free to call our studio lines 07056902827, 07056902827, or 09031917355. 09031917355. Please feel free to call in and win our amazing gift. Well, over to you.
All right. Once again, you're welcome to the Just Pronunciation segment. Like I said, we're looking at words with a silent B. In English, the letter B is sometimes written but not pronounced, and this can easily lead to mistakes. Like I always tell our listeners that when in English, the letters are definitely different from phonetic symbols. The letter might be written, but in the phonetic symbols which you use to pronounce them, it might not be there. So the best thing is to always look at your transcription, that's the phonetic symbols. So which moves us again to the silent B. Let's start with the first rule. When the words end in MB, the B is silent. The B is not pronounced. So you silent the B. For example, we have BOMB. That's the popular word. Bump. However, bump is not bump. It is bump.
Emphasis on bump.
Emphasis on bump. The B is definitely silent owing to the fact that it follows an M. So when a word ends in MB, the B is silent. So we have comb.
Comb.
Yes, that's what you use to comb. Yes, thank you. Comb.
Okay.
We have lamb.
Lamb.
Yes,
Lamb.
A lamb.
As
Yes.
in a sheep.
An animal.
Yeah,
Yes.
an animal.
Lamb. We have thumb. That's the
Okay.
first finger.
Thumb. Okay.
Thumb. We have dumb.
Dumb.
Yes, like somebody's dumb. Like
Okay.
somebody's mental ratings.
Yeah.
Then we have climb, like to
climb
something. Yes.
Okay.
To hold on to something, to walk on something, climb.
Okay.
To crawl on something, climb. The action climb. So I'll take it again. We have bum, comb, lamb, thumb, dumb, and climb.
All right. So I have a question though.
Okay.
I think I'm speaking for majority. Like when we had the letters ER, for an example, a bomber or a bomber. Let's just put it as it's
Yes.
pronounced bomber, right?
Yes.
Not bomber, and not
Climbed. Not climbed.
Not climbed. Okay,
So
climbed.
let's take it back to the past tense. How to pronounce the past tense? But let's
Okay.
it's climbed.
It's climbed.
Climbed
Okay.
he climbed the tree, he climbed the fence and all. Okay. Now rule number 2. The B is silent before T. B is silent before T. For example, let me emphasize, when B comes before T, it is usually not pronounced. For example, SUBTLE, subtle, not subtle.
Subtle.
However, subtitle is still subtitle.
Okay.
So like I always
it's
say,
not subtitle.
it is not subtitle.
It's not
You get,
subtitle.
but B still follows a T. You know, so the English rule is not static; it is flexible.
Yeah, exactly.
So the best teacher is to consult your dictionary.
Yes.
But just
Look
know
for
the
transcriptions and the
rules
likes.
the rules that we can know. Now subtle, not subtle. It's not subtle.
Subtle.
Yes, and not subtitle. It is subtitle.
All
We
right.
have doubt. I doubted that guy. You know,
Doubt.
not doubt. you get.
I doubted you.
I
Oh, God.
doubt him.
I doubt.
It is not doubt. It is doubt. I have a doubt about him coming to work today. Doubt. Then DEBT.
Debt.
That's
Well, you
mistake.
see, I feel like there's people when I say that to people, they they tend to
They don't
be
understand it. They be like,
what
what are you saying? Like
exactly.
someone died. Did somebody die? But it's different. Now, debt is DEBT.
Exactly.
DEBT, not
Alright, not DE. Even that one is not pronounced death.
You get it's
exactly.
Still death. It is
but
not
people feel like you're talking about death.
Yeah,
when you're actually
you're saying something like as in basic, as
yeah,
in
exactly.
you owe somebody, so it is debt, not debt.
Not debt.
The D is silent.
It's silent.
That's so. I'll walk it through again. We have DEBT as debt, not debt.
Debt, not debt.
Yes.
So when someone tells you about, uses the word
I have
debt,
a debt
exactly.
on me, so it's a debt
It's
on me.
not
And it's not that the person is dying.
Yeah, exactly.
So when the person means to die, it is death,
Exactly.
not death. It
Not
is
death.
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 Emphasis on the last one.
The sound, yeah.
Okay. Now rule 3: silent B in some common words must be memorized. Like this is just a random one. For example, we have plumber.
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 Emphasis on it is not plumber.
Plumber.
So, yeah, it's not plumber, but definitely slumber is still slumber.
Slumber.
So that's why I say that you should still consult
So
your
make your dictionary
your friend every now and then on your phone, physically, and everything, and make sure that you use these words on your day-to-day interaction. Even if people
get
laugh
used
at
to
you,
it. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they will later realize that this girl has been right, this boy has been right in one way or the other. So they will see right, okay, that girl has been right. So it is plumber, not plumber,
Not
or
plumber.
plumber. It is plumber.
And it's plumbing as well.
Plumbing, yes.
Yeah, plumbing.
The plumber.
Okay.
Moving on, we have numb.
Numb.
N-U-M. Like something is numb, like
Okay.
it's not working, it's very static. Numb, we have womb, like the womb. Womb, and we have tomb.
Tomb.
Not thumb.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It is not.
I was trying to make it-
Yours is no longer
Okay,
in the
that
thumb.
is the tomb.
Yes, tomb. Yes, tomb.
Exactly.
Yours
Okay.
is no longer in the tomb. Yeah,
Okay.
it has reason. Not
Yeah,
the tomb,
yeah,
but the tomb. The tomb is not there
The
again.
tomb is open. Oh,
Yes,
that,
it was
that
buried in a tomb. His tomb has no. It is tomb.
tomb.
The B is definitely silent. So right about now, I'll walk through everything
Okay.
we've done today on the pronunciation segment, while we dive into the segment on education digest. So we said it is bum,
Bum.
not bomb.
Yeah.
It is comb, not comb. It is lamb, not lamp. It is thumb, not thump or thump. Thumb. It is dumb, not dump.
Not dumb.
It is climb, not climb.
Climb. Okay.
Moving on rule number 2, B is silent before T. We have subtle,
Subtle.
subtle,
Subtle.
not subtle,
Not
and it is
subtle.
still definitely subtitle, not subtitle. So we have doubt,
Doubt.
not doubt,
Not doubt.
doubt.
Okay.
It is debt.
Debt.
He has a debt to pay, not he has a debt
Not
to
debt.
pay. It is debt. Rule 3, on just random silent B, we have plumber,
Plumber.
plumber,
Plumber.
not plumber, but slumber is still slumber.
Slumber. Yeah.
We have numb,
Numb.
womb,
Womb.
not womb, and tomb,
Tomb.
not thumb.
Not tomb.
And that's your pronunciation tip for today. Keep practicing and keep improving your spoken English. This is Just Pronunciations with T, and thank you for listening.
Alright, about now we will go on a musical break, and when we're back, we'll dive into the rest of what we have for you today. Please stay with us.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a
welcome back from that very short break. Remember, you're still tuned to Emirate Radio 98.5 FM, and this is the Education Digest live on Emirate Radio 98.5. Please remember to follow us across all social media platforms on Emirate Radio 98.5. You can as well visit our website, which is www.emirateradio.ng. Know that you can actually listen to us live via our website. Well, you can also call in to join this conversation this morning by calling our studio lines 07056 902827, 07056 902827, or 09031917355, 09031917355. You can as well send a message to us on WhatsApp via this number 09134158376, 09134158376. Well, you can join in this conversation this beautiful morning. Well, we have Mr. Ajayi in the studio this morning. Good morning, Mr. Ayo.
Good morning, Treasure. Happy to be with you again.
Oh, we're happy to have you as well.
And thank God for your baby, because I was able to learn one or two words too, so that I won't just be like a layman who be using such silent.
You see, Mr. Ayo, you learned few words. So who are you? Like listeners, you're supposed to at least,
In fact, that reminded me when we were in school, when it is called receipt, but some of them call receipt. They're pronouncing P. But thank God for everything.
Listen instead of listen. Yes, that's a very good one. So the JAMB exam is going on currently.
Yes, JAMB exam is rounding up. Not that it's going
rounding
on
up. Okay,
yes,
is it today?
It has started on Thursday.
Okay.
And it's round up today. For those who be having resettling, they are the ones who may likely have paper on Monday.
On Monday.
And what caused it to, at least I will explain it as we program move on. But one important thing we just want to stress again is this, that parents still allow their words to come late for examinations. It was supposed to be 6:30, but due to complaint of parents, it was adjusted to 7. For a paper that will start 8 o'clock. You still have someone who's supposed to be there for 8 coming 9 a.m. I know this is a moving train exam. It will not wait for anybody. That's how they miss the whole paper. It means they have to wait for another year again.
Another year. Wow.
Yes, so we still want to enjoy parents, not minding the distance. Anywhere, please, they should plan. This is an external examinations, and it's better to inculcate such into their words so that at least they will know the importance of timing. The rules is be at your center at least an hour before the commencement of the examinations. So we noticed that at various centers, and that affected many of them. And the moment you are not there, it means you are absent.
Well, that is
the end of the examinations. Nobody will wait for you.
Wow.
So that is one area that we call it notice. Then another one that is so consistent is that many candidates are not used to the computer system.
I think we spoke about that last week.
You have to even wait for supervisor to even come and assist to even input
your registration
simple data,
number.
something that you can even learn on the phone.
Wow.
So we want to just enjoy parents. For those who will be writing, those who still have paper today or resetting, and for those that are writing for next year, this will expose them to CBT examinations. It's part of the exam itself is not about reading alone. What if you know how to read and then you don't know how to use the system? At the end of the day, the candidate will definitely still fail too. And when that panic is there, that you have issues with it, to some extent, it will affect the level of recalling during the examinations. So what we advise parents is that they should expose their words to CBT training before examinations. We are not too sure of what is coming up with NECO and WAEC, because I know the time is coming that most of our O-level exams all will be on CBT. And since we are working towards it now, I think it started with some paper last year, so it's better for parents to enjoy their words, to equality. And schools also too, so equally create the avenue whereby all their words will know how to use
the computer.
There's only bad in picking 1 or 2 subjects that will be on CBT in their examinations. That will go along, and when they are used to it right from secondary school, then it's not going to be strange for them. Then they will have a smooth examinations when it comes to external examinations. Then another thing is this, dressing. Some people dress to the center like a gangster. So during the training, first impression goes a long way. So you see, you have to see people reassessing them. Some they just need to walk in straight, check their thumbprint and move to the hall. You see people asking them questions, and one or two of these questions at times can demoralize some of them, which will affect their thinking when it comes to the examination. So please, you want to enjoy parent that if somebody left your house, somebody is still writing USSC, you've not been to the university, a boy have your ear tinted, then using earrings, all those things. There's nobody, even the rule said it not even allow, when the earring is not this tiny one, even for female, it's not even allowed. Talk lots of a boy now coming with to earrings. One as if you are going for a gingeristic ceremony. So please, we want to enjoy parent to work on that because that really affected them. Then another one, this one is even global. When I say global, it's national issue. That even the registrar himself, Professor Lloyd, didn't even witness one. There is this thing common during ceremony. Is it henna or lali?
Yes. Henna. It's lali,
but one thing is, the moment it is on the thumb.
I saw a picture.
No, don't forget we had two ceremonies. We had this Easter ceremony. We have that of end of fasting ceremony. So many of them that painted the thumb now, this thing could not recognize it.
I saw a picture.
And under the rules, the moment is not recognized, you cannot write the exams.
Wow.
So the only thing now, based on what happens, is that for those that it is based on thumb printing, they will not be able to write the exam that day. It is technical issues, those caused by them because of that so-called ceremonial painting. And so they will have to reset, but psychological effect will be there when you hear them resetting your exam. You are not writing with others.
Some you've read for it before, then having to read again.
So if there isn't to even decorate your whole body, don't touch the thumb. At least if the back is still even fair, nobody is checking that. So this also any ceremony towards any major exam, they should not paint their tongue with any form of ceremonial thing like the one that is common here because is it inner, right? So that I use the right words. So that affected many candidates too, and many were unable to write their exams because the thumb print will be your attendance, and without that your stem will not open. So the moment we were able to pick that, many were unable to write the examinations too. The good news is this: JAMB is now back to when they started CBT. Result is now after 24 hours.
Wow.
So those that had to do their own on Thursday, they have the result already.
Really?
So want to enjoy them, they should go and check their result. By next week, we are still coming to explain how to analyze result to gain admission. You can score 300 and you may not gain admission. So by next week, which I'm sure all of them will have their result by then, we'll have to tell them what they still need to do that they can still gain admission. So they should wait and join the radio program by next week for that very important information that we'll be able to give out to them.
Okay, sir.
Then another one is that you call it that someone in the exam more the thoughts this exam is just like paper. During about 10 years ago, where we have paper, the first paper is always English language. After which they will submit, you will go and come back for the next one. That was the funniest thing, that someone who was now writing CBT after the English now submits and decide to go out.
Just after English language.
After English language. It was when other now concluded their own. They will now say, okay, yes, I've finished them. When are we going back for the next paper?
I feel like schools should do
better. Exactly. I was about to say that.
Yes, some people did not have enough information for this exam. The whole you have to write the 4 paper at the go. And the moment you step out and you have submit, that's the end. So the person just submitted only English now out of 4.
I think right from that point of this computer literacy part, schools are supposed to like inculcate it into their curriculum. So at least
but the thing about schools is if it's not from above, they probably will not.
Do you know in school there's this computer studies?
This is not even something that should be in the curriculum. There's what we call information towards the exam is proper preparation. There's not someone who will prepare them psychologically and everything that they need for any examinations. Even for example, the SSC is coming, though we will get there, which is WAEC.
Yes, sir.
Where there's one thing you call for every subject have their own information. Before the subject, the requirement of maths is different from English. What will be my time? How many questions am I expected to answer in this particular question? So for this particular candidate now who came in for the exam, just had to write only English, then submit. You know that one, there's no way that one can pass again. Even no miracle can save you.
That's so just 1 out of 5 subjects.
Yes. So then another one again. For those that missed the paper technically, I'm not referring to those that came late, that missed the paper, JAMB should reschedule them within 24 hours. And they can only get the message through SMS. We've seen many now who did not check their phone for any SMS and see them missing the rescheduled date again. So what we want to enjoy everybody who missed any paper due to technical issues from their center or recognition of thumbprint, they should keep checking their SMS every 24 hours.
Every 24 hours.
No, sorry. So let me say within 24 hours, they will reschedule them immediately to another center. And for those that have issues with the whole center, I even saw some parents even complaining, say, one go my mom see this and that, and they're using Jaku computer. Not knowing, you see, JAM decide to approve, and the technical issues can come. Okay, for example, there was a center exam on, and then they have issues with generator. That's technical. So what JAM will always do is that to reschedule them to another particular center. So they should check the SMS every hour, if possible. Let me even not say 24 hours now. For those that have issues technically, because JAM reschedule them daily within 24 hours, so that they will know the next center they will go to. For those who did not check it, then JAM will not blame them too. And then for those who have who missed the paper, I'm sorry, they will start saving money for next
year.
Paper.
Oh my God.
So what we want to explain that when you have any examinations, apart from studying, you have to part of the examinations is part of what one parent to enjoy and then make adequate preparation for. The paper is still on now, at least for the second batch on the exam already.
Okay.
And for those who will be having the third one, they will still have it later in the afternoon. So these are just a summary for now.
Oh wow. There was enough time to prepare for this exam, and I was not expecting some of these like observations that you raised. Well, so basically, as I said earlier, I feel like schools should, prepare their students. Exactly.
Most of them are underage, not underage, but at least
they're young.
Yes, thank you. They are very young and they need more ends.
We call it art of examination. So it's not just for them to teach them mathematics and English.
Exactly. These are the practical things they're supposed to be teaching them.
Of course, yes. We see so many underage as different exams. I saw a girl. She told me she's 13.
Wow.
Coming to write SSC. What is 13 years old in the university? But these are the way you can't query such things. The parent that start to register them.
Probably just wanted her to
and
try.
one thing they did not know is this: the admission is not automatic for them. Just like we explained the last time.
Yes.
They have to check their whole levels. All their A levels, it must be excellent, which means they must score A in the 5 core subject, and they must score close to 80% of what they have in the UTME and the third screening. So out of over 2,000 last year, only 7 were able to scale through the screening.
Over 2,000.
So I don't know why parents are rushing their kids. And when they get to university, the maturity is not there. You see them at the end of the day, a particular school can give 99,000 admission. At the end of the first year, you see about 3 of 10,000 being sent back home.
Being sent back home.
And we have half of them are underage.
Wow.
So parents should not rush their kids. They should let them grow.
Exactly, at their own pace. Yes. There's no need forcing children, kids.
I met a lecturer who even told me, just like it's a funny thing. A parent telling a lecturer that can you come and do home lesson for my child? It's because the guys are on underage. So we just want parents to please be patient. First to finish, not first to do well in life. They should be patient with their kids so that they will grow with all this.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ayo. Well, this is a reminder for those whose exams, the exams have been rescheduled. Please check your phones and see if you've been rescheduled to another center. If you've written yours already, please check your phone. There should be an SMS on your phone where for rescheduling, as well as those who are also writing theirs today. Well, we learned a lot today, Mr. Ayo. I'm actually particularly shocked by some of these things. Actually, I'm particularly shocked. But well, I believe our listeners have learned a lot from what we've discussed today. And for those who have to rewrite next year, I'm sure you guys have learned. You've learned a lot, exactly. And for those who are still writing, I'm sure you've learned a lot. So right about now, we're going on a commercial break, and when we're back, we'll dive into the rest of the program for today. Please stay with us.
Plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again. Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go You're gonna leave 'em all in You don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow, and when it's time, you know you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go You're gonna leave 'em all in Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you, you. And now it's time to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work.
Alright, you're welcome back. You're tuned into Emirate Radio 98.5 FM. And so far we've walked through the pronunciation segment with T, and then we've gone through the reading room with the treasure. And we've talked about charm, the pros and the cons, the different aspects and different things that we need to know about the ongoing or soon to end charm. So right about now, we're diving into the 5 new words. The 5 new words are the words to carry you through the week.
Yes.
We enjoy you to use the 5 new words in your day-to-day interaction or through the week. So last week we talked about 5 new words. We talked about astute, we talked about resilient, we talked about treasure. Do you want to remind us?
Oh yeah, I remember astute. If I don't remember any other thing.
Yes, which other one?
Oh, we talked about
Pragmatic.
pragmatic. Yeah, those were the
Meticulous.
words we asked Abdusalam
Salam.
and Mercy, I think.
Yes, Messi.
Yeah, we
We
had
talked
them
about
too.
meticulous. We'll talk about scrutinize and resilient. So today we're diving into the 5 new words for the week. We have eloquent.
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 It means fluent and persuasive in speaking or writing. Eloquent.
Eloquent.
In a sentence, the Earth Girl gave an eloquent speech during the
Omotolani gave an eloquent speech. She gave an eloquent speech during the program today. Clap for me!
Alright, thank you, Treasure.
Yeah.
Okay, Omotolani gave an eloquent class or session during the Education
Sean
Digest
Digest.
on Emirate Radio 98.5 FM. Number 2, reluctant. Reluctant.
Reluctant.
Reluctant.
Reluctant.
It means not willing to or hesitate to do something. Not willing or hesitant to do something. For example, he was reluctant to answer the question but later gained confidence. He was reluctant to answer the question, but later gained confidence. The next one, visible.
Visible.
Feasible. Feasible.
Okay, feasible.
Feasible.
That's
Feasible. Feasible.
Feasible.
Feasible. It
Feasible.
means possible and practical to achieve. The teacher explains a feasible plan for completing the project. The teacher explains a feasible plan for completing the project. The next word, inevitable. Inevitable. It means certain to happen or unavoidable. It means certain to happen or unavoidable. In a sentence, with consistent practice, improvement is inevitable. With consistent practice, improvement is inevitable. 5. Articulate. Articulate.
Articulate.
Articulate.
Articulate.
Means able to express ideas clearly and effectively. Able to express ideas clearly and effectively. In a sentence, she is an articulate student who speaks with confidence. She is an articulate student who speaks with confidence. Alright, that will be all on the 5 new words segment.
Alright, now we're going into the etiquette segment today. So today we're just going to talk about something very simple yet important. Alright, so basically, when last did you greet someone properly, Tolani? I know you greet people properly, so yeah, you're not part of them. Alright, so some people are actually fond of being disrespectful. Being disrespectful in the sense that you walked into a room and for the very first time in a day, and you're just silent. You met people there, obviously, right? But you're silent. The ideal thing to do is to what? Greet, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning, and you just sit and keep to yourself. And some people also, when someone is talking to you, I'm talking to you for an instance, Omotolani, and the next thing you're pressing your phone, how would I feel?
You feel as if you're not important or the conversation doesn't matter.
Exactly. So these are the little things that actually make people's day. A simple good morning or a nod can actually change the tone of any interaction. Etiquette begins with acknowledging the presence of others. Even if you really do not want to, talk to people, but just greet them. Hello, good morning. How are you? I'm fine. Well, and then go about your way. Another one is interrupting and listening. Let's be very honest. Many of us, we don't listen. We just wait for our turn to talk. Do you listen, Omotolani?
I think I do.
You do? Okay. Alright. Another thing is cutting people off mid-sentence. This is, I feel like this category of people, they actually need to come here. They should be in the studio. Then we'll preach to them directly. Because I've seen people do that a lot. Someone is talking. It is only ideal that you allow the person to complete his or her sentence. Then even if it's an argument, if you want to contribute, let the person talk. And when the person is done, you also start with your own. But some people will just interject, and that way, someone like me would even get tired. I'll just have to stop talking, and I'll have to listen to whatever the person has to say. But it is a very rude thing to do. It's very, very bad. It's poor manners. Or you're even rushing them. It's not confidence, it's poor manners. Then we also have phone use during conversations. A lot of people are guilty of this. So this is just a note to all our listeners out there. When someone is talking to you, it is only right that you stop using your phones and pay attention, as well as do not rush people when they're talking. Do not cut people off while they're talking as well, and also learn how to greet and say hello to people. No matter how shy you are, you should say hello and say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to anybody you meet in that particular space. So this will be all on the etiquette segment today. I think we had fun as well this week.
Yeah, we did.
We did. I did as well. And we learned it was the charm saga is actually a shocking one, and it's as well heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking.
Exactly. The fact that some people, they actually had it in mind to probably resume to school, to higher institutions this week, and simple mistakes Simple mistakes that could be
simple, avoidable.
Exactly.
Mistakes
that could be avoided. Those mistakes are the ones holding them back from gaining admission this year. This is very bad. So, but I hope our listeners have learned one or two from everything we've said on this program. Well, it was nice having you on the program, Mr. Ayo.
Thank you. And we still want to enjoy them not to miss the program next week.
Yes,
because
please.
when we talk about their result now, how you can still use the result to gain admission. So I want
you've written jam now. Next week we're going to talk about how you can use your results to actually gain admission. As Mr. Ayo said earlier, you scoring 300 in jam doesn't guarantee your admission. So why not join us again next week?
Your course of study, your choice.
Exactly.
Course of study.
Exactly. So why not join us again next week, same time, 11 a.m. every Saturday morning. Join us on Emirate Radio 98.5 FM as we dive into everything education and Education Digest. Well, I am Treasure Ajayi, your favorite radio host, as well as the silent moving bee.
And I am Omotolani, the daughter of a lion.
Alright. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah.